And we are officially recording. I'm on the phone or on the video screen with Katarra. Very nice to meet you, Katarra.
To meet you. Hi.
It's very good to meet you. And you'll notice my people that have been here before will notice that this is green now for the Missouri Music Project. I've got new colors and everything else. But I want to talk to you about how you first started liking music.
Oh man. My entire life, I don't think it was a time like I don't even think it's a time I remember because I was raised in it. Like
Right.
I was a choir director. I was in the choir since I was a kid. So it's
Okay.
always been there. It's just always been there. It's like
And
a
was this in St. Louis or where?
oh yeah, in St. Louis, born and raised.
Great. That's amazing. Yes. Well, so who are the first people that you really attached to? Who did you like?
Oh man, I always tell people my top three. Stevie Wonder, of course. Michael
Right.
and really Jimi Hendrix. Those are my top three.
Those are amazing. I'm such a big fan of Stevie. He's so great.
Yeah,
Love him so much.
like he was influencing me. Like I said, like even as a kid, before I
Right.
even knew who he was, like I knew his sound.
Oh yeah, definitely. And so how does that influence your sound? How do those influences influence you?
Oh God. I just remember being a kid and I was always extremely sensitive. So when I
Uh,
first heard them, like the initial dopamine rush,
right.
the chills that you get, I
Yes.
knew, yeah, it's like you never forget the first time you heard a Stevie Wonder song or Michael
Exactly.
Jackson song. And it's just like I realized that as a kid, I was able to make those sounds myself. Um,
Uh-huh.
fiddling around on the piano and stuff, and like having these sounds in my head, and I was like, okay, I'm getting the same little dopamine rush that I get
Right.
from great sound.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, I'm on to something, and I just became obsessed, like just obsessed with playing and getting the sounds out of my head into reality.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then when did you start recording?
Oh God. I started playing around with recording. Like it had to be a couple of years into college, really.
Okay.
I was super sheltered, super shy. I didn't really have access to a lot of things. But I went
Uh-huh.
to Worcester and met this met a friend of mine, and he just was like, "Hey, you want to come record some songs?" I'm like, "Yeah," and he gave me
Wow.
Fruit Loops, which is the DAW that a lot of people start off on, and I just
Sure.
started composing stuff, and next thing I know, like I just had all like again just these sounds that needed to come out into reality.
Right.
But before that, I was recording on like any recording device I could find, like voice recording demos on my phone. Like it was
Uh-huh.
bad.
Well, but now you've got like a little recording career. And so tell me about what you're doing now. What's the next step for you?
Oh man, I have about oh god, it's got to be about 50 songs that I need to release.
Right.
Um,
Uh,
so you know how it is just as a creative, you have so many, especially just in the past year with how much is
oh,
going
yeah.
on. I've been writing a lot just about my own perspective of the events going
Sure.
on. So it's like I feel like it's time for me to work on putting it out to people so that they can know like they are not alone in this. And it's
Right. And
crazy.
you're on Spotify, definitely. What other places are you at?
I am on all streaming platforms,
Great.
iTunes, Apple Music,
Uh,
SoundCloud, Bandcamp, everywhere you can think of.
that's good. That's why we like it, definitely.
Yeah.
So, how would you describe your music to people?
I definitely say I've come up with some type of genre because I can't.
Your own thing, I think.
It's like a jazz soul, like alternative soul jazz,
Right.
like something like that. But people don't know like I'm heavily influenced by like classic rock and anything psychedelic and from like the late '60s. That's
Uh,
I'm hugely into that.
that's so fun. And so, I mean, it's really kind of hard to describe you because it's not one genre, it's all the genres.
Yeah.
But again, if they're going to listen to you on Spotify tonight, like I know they're going to, like give them a little more detail about what this is, because it's a lot of things all at the same time.
Yeah, and like I said, I also grew up someone who was, like I said, extremely sensitive and very sheltered, very
Right.
to myself. So I held in a lot of things. And a way for me to express what was how I emotionally perceive things was through music. So it's
Ah,
real, raw, it's authentic, and it's gonna, it's gonna grab the soul. Like if you like real, raw, authentic music,
I
emotion,
like I
yeah,
like it.
it's out there. It's kind of bad.
Yes, that's good.
Like,
That's great.
way you
And
can
so
heal from it. Yeah.
so your name is spelled Katarra. Is that right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, let's make sure that it gets on there correctly, because we got a lot of vowels in there. We need to make sure that it's all correct, or vowels and consonants. We need to make sure that you're correctly and people are corrected, because there's several people that have your name on the platform. I want them to go to the right one, to your platform.
Which I heavily appreciate. I really do.
Okay, so also, what's next for you? What's the next thing that you're doing?
Right now I'm focusing on of course self-care right now, and
Right.
putting out this music that again is reflective of 2020 really. Um it's
It's
like,
quite a year.
so
Definitely
it's
was.
yeah, it's like these songs help me get through 2020. Let me go ahead and put this out, like, so
Right, exactly.
yeah. And then just expanding my sound beyond St. Louis,
Okay.
expanding it into spaces to where I know my type of music will be accepted. So
Well, where are those spaces though? Tell me about that.
I recently put up a video, and I have been like really like good with Brazil and like
Really?
Nigeria. Yeah, like they was going crazy.
That's
Like,
good.
oh,
That's
I need to,
awesome.
yeah, it's like okay, as soon as the Rona, if that ever ends, I would
Right.
to go and travel, safety precautions and stuff.
Yes.
But yeah, I would love to just go out and just show them what I have in person.
Sure.
But,
Absolutely.
the videos and listening to the songs, that's the tip of the iceberg. So I'm grateful for it all, because once again I was super sheltered, and it took a while to
Yes.
grow into myself.
What part of St. Louis do you live in?
Right now I am on the south side.
Oh wow. South Side. OG.
10 years, yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds awesome. Thank you so much for coming on. We need to have you on again and play some music for us.
Oh, oh yes. Let me know.
Yes. Absolutely. Let's do that, because Lori Ritter is a big fan of yours, and I'm a big fan of Lori Ritter's. She's great as well. Big fan of hers.
Yeah, she been super, just giving me a lot of love and support.
She
Just
should. You
fine.
deserve
Yeah.
it. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on, and I'll see you again soon to play music.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it, Dale. It was
All
nice.
right. Awesome.